So new location today for legs. We are in Ultraflex Normanton, which is going to be mine and Hannah's home gym now. So we're going to be like jumping between here and Rotherham, and then we're going to be getting some sessions at the Strength Factory as well. So this is going to be the first time running this rotation of legs in this gym. So you know, I know and I've gauged kind of like from previous sessions my numbers on all these lifts, but getting back into it, it's kind of going to be like setting baseline numbers. Things like hack squatting here I've used before, I know where I've been at before, so I can kind of chase that figure, but a lot of new movements because of the new plan with Cuba. And coming off the back of the lockdown, obviously there's going to be some new stuff there as well, so we're going to be setting some baseline numbers today. Obviously still taking everything to failure. I'm well back into my training routine now, so just going to get after it. But the kit in here is second to none. Me and Carl have literally just been talking about how good it is. So yeah, the videos in here should be getting pretty good now. We're going to be getting a decent amount in here as well, so there should be some pretty good content coming. But we're going to start today's session with an adductor. Reason being is because one, I need to bring my adductors up. So placing them at the start of the session allows me to really apply the right level of intensity to the movement itself. Placing them later on in the session, I do find that that's a kind of the movement which I just saunter through, and I wouldn't really give what needs to be given to it. So we're going to start with the adductor, 2 sets and a rest pause, and yeah, just get into it. So on that, we're going to go a 1 point rest pause. So my first set was 10 to 12, then a 15 to 20, and on the 15 to 20, a 1 point rest pause. Again, with my rest pauses, I like to take like 10 decent sized breaths, catch my breath, get ready to go again, stay in the movement itself, and then just go to failure. I got 5 that time, well, 5.5. So like I said before, I'll log that, but if I don't progress it, it's like it's not, the main sets will progress, so it's fine. As long as that rest pause is taken to failure, we're all good. So we've moved into some lying ham curls, and then I've got quad extension after this. I'm doing my isolation movements before any loading movements in a minute, like my hacks and my leg press and things like that. That's just the way it's been programmed. It's completely new to me, but what I am finding is that one, my isolation movements are a hell of a lot more intense, and I'm actually getting a lot more from them, and then two, I'm a lot warmer when I go into my bigger movements. Yeah, I've had to reset the weight a little bit, and I might have had to drop it down a little bit, but they're now my baseline numbers to get stronger at through this program. So again, it's kicking the ego to the side a little bit and just understanding that that's how it's programmed. But anyway, this one we've got a top set of 10 to 12, and then second set we move into a 6x5 muscle round. So that's 6 sets of 5 reps, and in between each one taking around about 10 seconds. But again, I'm just taking like 5 to 10 big breaths, getting my breath back, and then being able to go in again. So we've got that one now. It's gonna get hard now. After about 3 sets of that, that's when you know it's getting hard. But if you think about this, what I've done there is use a weight where I could maybe get like 12 reps on its own normally, maybe a little bit more, 12 to 15. And because we've broken that up into 6 sets of 5, it's allowed me to get 30 reps in with that weight. Hell of a lot of intensity, hell of a lot of stimulus. So that's kind of where the benefit of these intensity methods come in. And as long as you're able to take the single set work to where it needs to be taken to already in terms of taking it to failure, getting the most out of it, placing 1 or 2 of these intensity methods in your sessions once you've mastered the single set work is a brilliant addition. So we've got 2 sets there. The first set is 15 to 20 and then the second set is 20 plus. So those 2 sets for me are probably the worst 2 of the whole session just because of how long they are. And now I'm listening to a couple of cues from Cuba on this movement itself and I'm actually fully contracting my quad in every single rep. It's fucking horrible, but beneficial at the same time. Calf raises brought them forward in the session a little bit. Again, for a similar reason to the other isolation work, is just now I can apply a little bit more intensity to them. I can get the most out of them instead of just going through the motions at the end of the session. They're going to take nothing away from my bigger movements, because after this we've got some hack squats, some single leg press. So we'll be fine to go into them after this, plus the hack squats being used. So it gives an excuse and a good reason to bring them forward. So Atlantis hack next, which before lockdown I was used to using pretty often because I was up here a lot with Hannah. Since moving here with Hannah was when lockdown started, so we didn't have access to any of the gyms, so it's been a while since I've used this. So it'll just be about getting the feel for it again. We've got a top set of 8 to 10, then a 12 to 15. I'm just going to work my way to kind of like where it feels comfortable, set a baseline for today, see if I can get close to what I was doing before, but more about setting that baseline, getting comfortable with it, and then running it up from there. So welcome back to the hack squat that. By far the hardest 2 sets today, and they're the sets as well that you kind of go to bed the night before thinking about knowing how hard they're going to be, but my numbers were just shy of where they were pre-lockdown, so considering we're really just getting into the groove of this now, cycles kicking in, food's going up, training's the best it's been in a very long time, just because of the amount of variables that I'm controlling. Recovery, sleep, hydration, all that. You should be able to see this run up pretty quick now. Me and Carl were just discussing how I'm going to fit more weight on it, but we'll find a way. After the hacks, we've moved into some single leg press. This machine's nice because it actually allows you to use it as a single leg machine, so this will be the one that we use in this rotation. Run it up, we've got 6 plates for my first set. The rep ranges, they differ slightly on this, so we do a 10 to 12, then a 6 to 9, then a 15 to 20. So the 10 to 12 before the full loading set is kind of like settling into the movement, really understanding the movement, and then we're able to load it properly in the second set. So we'll get another 25 on here now, which will make it 7 25s a side. Do our loading set, and the worst set's the 15 to 20, so we'll get it out of the way. Once a set of 15 to 20, I swear anything above about 12 reps I can hate it, but because I hate it, I've never really done it before, so now I'm doing it, getting stronger in them rep ranges, I'm bound to see benefit. Last leg's done. After the single leg press, we went into some single leg hammy work. One set with a triple drop set, and then one set of Bulgarian dumbbell split squats. Those 2 sets just finished me off at the end, but still love them, still progressing. But yeah, really good session. Warm one, as you can tell. But yeah, we'll be getting a decent amount more sessions in here now, and as I get further and further into my rotations in this gym, should see some good progress on these numbers. Kind of document the off season. We jump in between here and Rotherham, which will be good. But yeah, document the off season into prep and just see where it leads us. But cheers for watching, guys. Like I always say, any questions, bang them underneath the video, bang them in the forum section. I'll see you in the next one.